let's talk a little bit about your international experience, because whilst at United, I already mentioned in the introduction that you represented England at under 18 and under 21 level. So who can you remember being in those squads with you?
So the 21's was like a step up from the 18's. I remember that was like Steven Gerrard, Ashley Cole, Frank Lampard, Alan Smith was there. That was a hell of a team at that era. Jamie Carragher and Danny Mills, who's off the radio now on 5 Live. That was kind of like, that was my era of a group of players. Peter Crouch was in there a couple of times. And so, yeah, I was kind of like, I was in the squads. I travelled with quite a few squads and just never got into the 18s, never got dressed and stuff, which was probably about right because there was just some better players than me in there. But then when you look at Curtis keeping out a couple of them lads along the way, that was like a hell of an achievement for him, really.
Curtis was some player. I think a lot of people forget when Curtis was interested in football, he was almost impossible to get past. He never, ever shirked a challenge. He always won the ball. And I think a lot of people do, because towards the end of his career, he had other interests. He really was a fantastic player, great left foot.
So he changed his game, you know. When he first started out in the youth team and was getting into the first team, he was like a little number 10. And he had unbelievable vision. He had a brilliant left foot. In the youth team, he used to score a load of goals and get a load of assists and was like really creative. And then somewhere along the way, he got more and more aggressive, more and more determined, and wanted to turn himself into like this fighting dog. Little,
he was a terrier, yeah.
Yeah. But that originally, the first few years, that wasn't really his game. He was more of a creator and he had like brilliant vision. His passing was unbelievable. And that ain't really what people will remember him for, because he could get a red card, he could boot people. But in his younger days, he was a really creative, skillful player. And then he kind of changed his game to take it out of it, which was, he could have gone a long way, could Curtis, if he had his head screwed on.